with the help of AI, especially the LLM model, there can be a lot of probable solution that could help eliminate.
Delivering information to those folks to be able to help. Right now, those systems are stretched so thin that they can't really provide that effectively.
The changes that are happening even in the government is to kind of optimize, right? Strategize how we've been running the government.
Deep tech knowledge with public policy in a way that can make our government more efficient, which isn't that the point. Welcome to another episode of AI Product Leader, where every week we shine a light on what it really takes to join the AI world. Real conversations with real AI builders, founders, product leaders, AI experts, technologists, and everything in between to understand where the AI world is right now and what that path looks like, whether you're building AI products or a career in AI. Have a question or topic? Email us at support@aicareerboost.com and join the conversation. I'm your host, Polly Allen. I'm the founder of AI Career Boost, where I spend my time helping product managers and leaders navigate the world of AI and thrive in AI leadership roles. I spent my career in both the product management and software development sides of the product development equation. And I'm an ex-Alexa AI principal product manager, where I successfully launched the very first generative AI answers on Amazon Alexa back in 2020. I'm super excited to welcome our guest today. Prasanna Limbu is a dynamic IT leader with a track record of driving large-scale digital transformations across industries. With expertise in agile methodologies, strategic execution, and complex system integrations, she's led high-impact projects, including the merger of US Airways and American Airlines, and financial technology upgrades. Her ability to streamline operations, manage cross-functional teams, and implement DevOps practices has positioned her as a problem solver who thrives in fast-paced environments. And now she's expanding her focus to AI-driven solutions, pursuing a PhD in public administration with a specialization in AI, leveraging her deep technical background to explore new opportunities at the intersection of technology, innovation, and public policy. Thanks so much for joining us today, Prasanna.
All right. Thank you, Polly, for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, wonderful. So we want to kick off by getting to know just your background a little bit. So before you joined the AI world, had this new interest in AI, tell us a little bit about your career leading up to starting your PhD.
Absolutely. I started out as an analyst, and I've always worked in an airline domain. That particular industry really interests me. I have a deep interest in the airline kind of industry. Anyway, so I started out as an analyst and then shifted out to project management, program management. And yes, as you've noted, I've been involved, engaged, delivering very large and complex programs and delivering financial product within the airline industry. And then I'm gradually transitioning into kind of the run operations of the IT service delivery. So yeah, it has been a very interesting career for me. And in terms of your questions for AI, I'm always a learner. And as you can see, like for the past, I think since 2020, after the pandemic, I think AI has exploded exponentially, and I see huge value in all industry where and company and organization, they're incorporating AI in such a fast pace that they even did it back in .com, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just want to be part of that wave. Learning is definitely a huge motivation for me. But as I am doing your program, I have had so many internally in our organization AI initiative, and I already can see like how I can value whatever I'm learning in your program in just in my existing role as well. So they have built out like a internal kind of a Gen X, more like a snow configuration, like service me kind of tool. And that kind of helps like people internally. And I don't know, I'm
Is it a
excited to use it.
conversational, like a chat bot?
Right. And we are going to deploy, and a couple of clients are super excited about it because it makes their interaction with any of this service ticketing very easy. So we are really excited about it, and I'm excited to kind of use it with the client. And we presented that to the client in last 2 weeks, and they were really excited about it.
It's so exciting to see that the
Mhm.
energy and as much as people understand there's limitations to this technology right now,
Exactly.
there's still got so much enthusiasm for it, right? I
Right,
mean,
right. There is a lot of enthusiasm, and I mean, yeah, and I'm a student, and it has profoundly helped me, save me time, help me make less error, right? Like I
yeah,
could be wasting 5 hours before just like fact checking and just like kind of doing the review, but now it has significantly reduced my time. So my quality of life has significantly improved, I would say, right? I get more time to spend with my kid and whatnot.
totally.
So I look at the positive side, and yes, I really I really think that anybody, especially in the IT, could benefit from having AI
Fantastic.
knowledge
Yeah,
and
it's
background.
of course I hope you're still fact checking ChatGPT's answers, but
Absolutely, because yeah, well, I guess we'll get into that topic here shortly, but yeah, sure.
exactly. But yeah, so I'd love to hear what motivated you to get into doing your PhD in public policy.
So I wanted to continue my academic, I don't know, like build my academia, and I wanted to get into PhD, but I didn't wanted my PhD to be like really like computer science oriented because
Right.
like I already had that background, and
Yeah.
I thought to myself, I'm doing this for my living, and if I do this as my PhD, it's going to be so boring. So I
Right.
thought,
All day and all night, right? Because you're doing it part-time.
yeah. So I wanted to do something like around urban planning. Like that was had initially always been my interest. Like I come from Nepal, and
Mm.
it's a relatively not developed in terms of infrastructure. And although I don't live there anymore, I mean, I just read the news about there, and I just think about things and possibilities of how probably I could help in the future. And
Mhm.
and they do, and that kind of interested me. And then the public policy program that I enrolled in had like was online, and it had like lower credit, and even funding wise it was comparatively cheaper than the other schools. So I just thought that was perfect for me. And I had a lot of problems, or like not problems but challenges, to kind of get my thesis topic even approved
Yeah.
with my committee. And because we didn't have like the strong IT background,
On the committee.
professor, yeah, chair and committee reader
Yeah.
in my university. But at the end of the day, it took me about 7 to 8 months to get through the past that hurdle.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
finally I was kind of stuck with my topic for a while, and then finally I started making headway this year, so I'm really excited
So
to
what
complete.
what is your topic?
So my topic is leveraging artificial intelligence to
Mhm.
improve public policies, and the public policy that I am focused on is the HUD, um, in fair practices for housing fair practices.
Okay.
The research problem is that there are a lot of issue with that policy, and what my thesis is going to prove that with the help of AI, especially the LLM model, there can be a lot of probable solution that could help eliminate some of this unfair practices that's out there.
Amazing. It's for all the hype there is about AI being unfair and biased, right? It's like, oh, we can actually turn around and use it to enable more fairness.
Right, right, right. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how things are gonna go in the near future with everything that's happening in the government.
Right?
But yeah, I'm sure we are
I still
heading.
believe in fairness, fair policies being a good
Exactly,
thing.
exactly. And it's not about and I think, I mean, like, I think a lot of motivation around the changes that are happening even in the government is today is to kind of optimize, right?
Mhm.
Strategize how we've been running the government. So I feel it's just a feeling, it's
Yeah,
not a fact, but I feel that in future, the governments are going to use more technology, more advanced technology, and including AI to
yeah,
improve their performance or
performance.
whatnot.
And even just like the rationale and evaluation of policy, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly,
amazing.
because like there's so many outdated policy, and they are probably not updated because we don't have the factual or real data, and the world is kind of we were like really moving ahead in a really fast pace, and I
Yeah.
think yeah, I think my thesis could definitely help
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's so
someone
inspiring.
somewhere out there.
Oh, fantastic. Now, you were part of the AI Career Boost Blueprint program, which is amazing.
Right.
And as part of that, you were working on a project and it's related to your thesis now, right? You're using it as part of
Right,
your thesis.
right.
I'd love to tell us a little bit more about how they're related and what that project is.
Absolutely. Actually, in my entire honesty, when I started this program, I really wanted to leverage this knowledge for my personal career, and I didn't really have the original thought that I was going to use whatever I learned from your program in my academic career or my
Yeah.
academic journey. But it turns out that it is adding more value to my academic career or academic journey in in the near future.
Hmm.
And so when I was developing my project for this particular program, I kind of thought about the idea of having a chat GPT for investors who are interested in short-term rentals,
Yeah.
and to give them specific kind of data or just specific nuanced data that they were asking, and not be overloaded with like a lot of like statistics. Like it was the main idea was to have a very user friendly interface,
Yeah.
so that people that are very bad with numbers, or like didn't want to interact with the numbers, like could interact with it, and still get real good data
Yeah.
and save time in research. So that was really the agenda.
Oh, amazing. And so how do you see that fitting in with your, do you know yet how it fits in with your
Yeah, I
PhD?
definitely think like one of the challenges, and I think Polly, you and I, we went through that. Like one of the challenges when building that model, that model was definitely data. When we prompted
Mm,
ChatGPT with the existing data that they had, it was giving us the result, but not exactly the same calculations or formula that they were providing. But they did have access to large content of like the data in the internet, right? And
right.
sometimes that could mean nothing. So,
Right.
and that is the exact thing that we were trying to prevent from that not to happen. So, how that helps me in the PhD model that I'm creating is also to give. I mean, who are the people that are actually looking for data on a fair housing fair? Sorry, fair housing practices, right?
Yeah.
People who don't have access to housings, and people, and I don't know, I'll make some assumptions here and don't quote me for it, but the assumptions are these people are probably uh who makes lower, like are from
Lower
the lower
income. Yeah.
income people, and they probably don't have access to higher education, or they don't have access to higher people to do their numbers, or hire lawyers or accountant and whatnot. And
Yeah.
I believe that by building this model and providing them the accurate information to the to these people, to the required
Yeah.
audience, the target audience that I am targeting,
Yeah.
and getting their real feedback and to implement that in the policy, I think that could definitely make the
Oh,
policies better.
oh, fantastic. So you see it as a way potentially of like almost like being able to provide tools, but then it's almost like a survey to get like the real
Absolutely,
needs.
it can serve both ways, right? It can
Yeah.
serve to the policy makers to kind of retain the data and
Yeah.
see what kind of like feedback or interaction, and then it can go vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Like let's say this person doesn't know about something in city of Dallas that the government just changed, and then apparently if you're making less than $10,000, you would be qualified for a certain rental
Yeah.
or a certain housing thing, or like if you have two children, you can get free accommodation. Like I
Yeah.
need to narrow down my research a little bit, but yes, that's the
Oh, that
big
makes so much
idea.
sense. And it's
Yes.
often folks who are in those situations where they're, nights not psychologically safe, maybe not even physically safe. They're in crisis. Having
Yeah.
delivering information to those folks to be able to
Right.
help. Right now, those systems are stretched so thin
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
can't really provide that
and,
effectively.
and precise information, right? Because
Yeah.
there's so many information out there, and a lot of people don't have like the kind of attention to detail to sit down and just be like reading the whole thing. And a lot of things are said and done between these whole legal agreements, and you could really miss out red flags and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely. Oh, it's so inspirational. It's such an inspirational vision, Prasanna. And I love that you're marrying that, deep tech knowledge with
right.
public policy in a way that
Yes, yes.
can make our government more efficient, which isn't that the point, right?
No, I mean it's really for the greater goods, right?
Yeah.
Like I work for corporate, and like doing something like this on the side really is just not. It's personally very fulfilling
Yeah.
because yeah, when you work in a corporate job, sometimes you can lose the hindsight of like, okay, what are my objectives? And it really depends how the bigger organization kind of run, right? Some
Yeah.
organizations they do a really good job, kind of tripling down the information to the lower like managers like myself, but some are not, and we're just day in day out working, and sometimes we lose the objective. So just to have a personal objective is very fulfilling to me.
Oh, that's amazing. Awesome. And have you found too that learning like hands-on has helped you learn the
Absolutely,
concepts a little more
absolutely,
solidly?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic. That's awesome. So, this is amazing transformation. You're building AI and LLM systems now,
Right.
as part of your PhD thesis. How did
Mhm.
you make that transition from someone who was interested, maybe can use ChatGPT, to learning more about actually how to build with it?
Seriously, I mean, really, I have to give a lot of kudos to your program. Like, I came into your ad, like, and you get all this, like, Instagram ads, like, and you question yourself, like, hey, like, is it worth the investment? Like, do you want to make that investment? And then I attended one of your seminars or one of your, and I was, like, highly impressed. And I was like, and even at that time I wasn't looking for a career change or anything like that. I just wanted to learn
Yeah.
more and in depth, and I'm kind of a person who, I mean, they're a self-learner who can go and do YouTube videos, and they can be a master pro at it, or they can take Coursera's, and I have done a lot of that myself. But I really find value because I've always believed in the system of education, and I've always followed that path. To me, the person I am, or my personality, like, it helps me learn and observe information more better. So I don't know if I know the triggering point. I was always interested. I saw
Mhm.
your ad, I attended your seminar, and I was like hooked in. I was like, I need to get in, and I need to learn from her as much as
Yeah.
possible. Your journeys like seem so inspiring to me. So
Oh, thank you. It's
yeah,
amazing. I'm so glad
yeah.
to be part of your journey. That's incredible.
Thank you. And like I said, right, as I think I started your October, November, December, January, February, March, like in 5 months, even in my career, there has been changes, and like, but there has always been instances where I can find the things that you're teaching me relevant, not just to my academic research, but also to my work. So,
Oh,
and I
fantastic.
think that will be ever evolving, right? The
Yeah.
more you learn, like, I come to your cohorts and like your alumni meetings, and people, all the people bring very different information into to the table. So that has been very beneficial, because when you work from home most of the time,
Mhm.
you lack that kind of interaction. I don't have any social circles except for my friends. So even just to come in and look at the new faces and
Yeah.
just to talk to people is very refreshing.
Yeah, completely. I think
Yeah.
it's nice to have a group that you're navigating all this
Exactly,
barrage of information with.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
incredible.
where you can understand what they're saying. Like, I could go to a cycling club, and I would have like no idea what they're talking about. Or I don't know, I could go to a painting class, and I would be like clueless. Like, but this I understand, and this I can talk to about, and this I
Yeah.
can relate. So.
Well, fantastic. Well, it's fantastic to have seen that confidence grow in you too, that to the point where you
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. I mean, I can do much better. I think, like, from a technical perspective, I still need to grow. But from a jargon perspective, just to
Mhm.
understand what kind of platforms are out there, what kind of technology are out there, the intro lessons to Python and all that, and how the, how the AI kind of like interacts, and
Yeah.
how the models work, how different each models are from each other. It's like that itself is to me is like a lot of gain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So, for those who want to follow in your footsteps, if you were talking to you from a year ago, 6 months ago, someone who's interested in getting into AI and learning more than just the simple using ChatGPT, in one sentence, what would your advice to them be?
Oh, yeah, I think like just like take the step to learn. Like it doesn't really have to be this class or any class, or just take the first step to kind of build your skills. And in order to build your skills, you always need it's always helpful that you have a guru, right, like yourself, who can hold your hand, navigate, address any questions you have. And I think that that would definitely be a first step for folks like me who had no AI background to get some access to AI related information, AI related knowledge, and help build that kind of network if they're really looking to switch to a AI career. And I guess something like this would be a very good start.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I think that's so true that it's like finding that community or those people who
exactly.
need you get that can help.
Exactly.
And so, you'll go
Yeah,
far
but
with
like,
each other.
see, people, like a lot of people have like their own way of educating themselves, right? Like some, like especially I know the developers or the engineering kind of guys, they are just like they can go anywhere and figure things out. But I don't know, people like me, like I think it really helps
Totally.
to interact with people and to be even able to, like sometimes you're sitting there and you're thinking about like, hey, what is AI? And you can Google all about it, but sometimes you just need to have like the right kind of folks to even to know how to ask these questions, right? That's where I wanted to be. Like I at least wanted to ask sensible questions, and I think your platform has definitely helped me with
Oh,
that.
fantastic.
Sure.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Prasanna.
Yeah,
We have
thanks,
time
Polly.
for one last segment, and that is plugs. Prasanna, is there anything people should reach out to you for, things you're looking for, help you're looking for?
I don't know what reaching out. I can definitely. I guess I'm open to talking, and if my journey or anything that I've shared today is helpful for anyone, and if you guys want to share your story, and we can talk about it. Then I'm open to that. But the thing that I am looking is really one of the challenges with the research as well as building the model is access of data. How do we really access quality data?
Yeah.
And how do we make that process more efficient? And yeah, if you have any directions, or if you have any academic kind of background, and you've been in my shoes and faced those challenges, yeah, I think I would definitely need, yeah, use help with that.
So data collaborators in this area of like LLMs for public policy, they can reach out to
Yes,
you. Is the
yes.
best way
Thank you,
LinkedIn to
Paul.
reach out to you?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I've already shared my LinkedIn profile with you, right? Or I can. All right.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Prasanna. Lastly, on my side, we want to plug, we have another masterclass, just like the one Prasanna came to, but updated for 2025, coming up. So do check out aicareerboost.com. We'll make sure that's linked in the show notes as well. So that's our Path to AI Leadership Masterclass to understand how AI product management is shifting with this new AI era, and all the skills you need to lead in the AI era. And finally, we love to always shamelessly plug the show. So don't forget to like and subscribe your favorite podcast pipe or on YouTube, wherever you're watching us. If you want to reach out with questions, please email us, support@aicareerboost.com. We'd love to hear feedback or where you'd like us to dig in next. And that's always welcome. And thanks so much. It's been another episode of AI Product Leader. We'll see you all next time. Thanks again, Prasanna, so much for being on.
All right. Thank you, Polly.